Guys, it's Miss Sabela. I'm here to talk to you today about how to do step 2, which is Google Forms. So the advantage of doing Google Forms is that you create your own research and your own data, and by using your classmates, it creates your own data pool. So the good thing about that is if you see something missing from your research, or if there's something you're really concerned about, more specifically, you want to analyze your audience so you see where they're at, so you know how to approach them when you're kind of talking about your topic. Google Forms is for you. So this is what you're going to have in your Google Classroom. It says PS2 Persuasive Google Forms. So the least you need to know is right here. You're going to create a Google form using multiple choice questions or checkboxes. There are a lot of different other types of questions you can ask, and I'll go over that in a second. And you're going to use the email that I sent you. I sent everybody in your class an email. You're going to reply all to that email and include your Google form. Otherwise, you're going to have to manually put in everybody's name. Okay? Oh, excuse me. After you do that, you're going to cut and paste your results. Okay? So I'm going to show you all that stuff right now. Okay? So if you go down on this document, it tells you how to do everything step by step. So everything I'm going to show you right now. And then this explains the different types of questions. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google Drive, and then you're going to click on New, and you'll go to Google Forms. Okay. So when you go to Google Forms, you're going to title your whatever your thing is. I would probably title it whatever your topic is. You can do it whatever you want, but I would probably do it whatever your topic is. You can include your name if you want, totally up to you. So this is the one I started on, okay? And I did not require email addresses because I want people to answer honestly. And if I make it anonymous, then I think I'm going to get more honest answers. So what I did, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So what I did is I created some questions, and I'm not done yet, but down here, this is what I did. So I have question, and when I click on that, I can type in whatever question I want to ask. So there's all these different options of different types of questions. A short answer is literally a short answer. Someone has to type something. It could be like 1 or 2 words or whatever. Paragraph is going to be more detailed. Multiple choice, which is my favorite, my second favorite really, and the one that I think most of you should use. Forced choice, you can give them a choice. You can give them 7 things to choose from. You're not limited on how many they choose. I would suggest putting other, because then they can type in their own response. Sometimes you'll get some information that's pretty interesting. Checkboxes, that's my favorite because it's a multiple choice, but you can choose more than one thing. With multiple choice, you can only choose one. So checkboxes allows you to have multiple choice, but they can answer more than one answer. The drop down is basically like you click on it and then it gives you choices, which is basically a multiple choice but hides the responses. I don't understand why it's included. Linear scale is going to be like rate your experience 1 through 5. 1 always, 5 never. And you just ask a question. So that's really good if you're looking for trying to figure out how many times does somebody do something a week. Every time I record a video, I have to yawn. Multiple choice grid is really good because what it is, it's my third favorite. What you do with that is you have one question and then it has multiple answers. So basically, it would be like you'd be asking the question, which of the following do you do? Okay, and then it would be like basketball, volleyball, tennis, whatever sports you have, right? And then across the top, what it will have is like always, sometimes, never. So you have to answer all of the questions and you have to respond with one of those choices. So that's why I like that one. The checkbox grid gets a little bit more confusing, but it's for if you have multiple questions that you want answered. So for the example before, it would say something like, which of the following technology do you use? You would have websites, blogs, apps, and then you would have options. So websites going all the way across, we could say websites that have to do with film, websites that have to do with school, websites that have to do with sports, right? And so that would be for websites. And then blogs, you would mark off all of them. So like none might be an option. So it's basically if you have information you want these questions answered, but specifics about those. So basically, if you were asking about, you want to know, I'm sorry, I can't think of anything. If you want to know about going to the zoo and you want to give them the options of, do they go to the zoo to visit the animals, or do they go because they go with family, or those kinds of things. And then, like what animals do you see when you go there? So like lions and whatever we cross the top, and then they can mark those. It's a little bit more complicated and the results are harder to read, but I can walk you through that later. All right, so then that's it. Those are all the types of questions. Like I said, I prefer to do multiple choice. So my next question, actually I'm going to do checkbox, and what I'm going to put is when you feel unsafe at school, what do you do? So contact an adult, talk to my friends, report it to a administrator, talk to the student, and perhaps you want to put other. Oops, let's make sure we spell student right. Okay, so then I'm done with that one. And then if I want to ask another question, I do that. So you get 10 questions total. So that's how to create the Google survey. Okay, so then once you have your survey done, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create sort of a spreadsheet, but we want to see what your results are. So, nope, that's not what I want. I want a form. Okay, so I'm going to look for a form that I have here. So let me look at, okay, so this is my, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so this is a reflection. Okay, and when I look at this, what I can click on is I don't want to see the quiz itself. I want to see the responses. So I'm going to click on the responses, and then everything below it shows me stuff. Okay, this is when you do multiple choice, which is awesome because then you can just take a really quick spot check at it and you can see the multiple choice answers. What you want to do to create, the document you need to create to show that you've actually done the survey is go to these like little papers they're laying on top of each other. It says copy chart. So you'll copy chart and then it'll say something like copied to your clipboard. Okay? When you're done with that, you're going to open up a new Google Doc and you'll title it results from Google survey or whatever. But you're going to right click, that's this way, right click and then put paste. And now it's going to show you what that result is, and now I have it for class. So I'm going to paste all of my answers. Remember, we've asked 10 questions, so I'm going to have 10 answers there, and I'm going to paste them all. And at the end of that, I'm going to have a little paragraph that summarizes the information about what I learned and what I might use in my actual speech. So that's how we're using Google Forms. So if you have any other questions, hit me up, let me know, and I'll help you as best as I can. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.